Hello and welcome, this is Gunner, and we're back with some more of the Flashpoint DLC of BattleTech. And now that we've just come out of a mission, we did a little bit of cleaning up, but I have to make a decision now because I do not have enough mechs to do another mission. And although there is a contract here that I kind of want to do, this burden of proof, because it would be another faction mission that would help us get our reputation up. It would take a minimum of 5 days for me to be ready for that. So we may be better off just traveling somewhere else and allowing some of this other work that we want done to get done. So with that in mind, first off, I should manage tasks. Probably should put the commando a little further up on that scale so that it is ready in time. Because I think it'd probably be done if we traveled anywhere. So let's take a look at the star map, see where we may want to go. I also want to look at my pilots and things, but we'll do that a little later. At least I hope I'll remember to do that. So let's look at star systems around us, see what the difficulty is like. Okay, we've got a half a skull there, but that's 2 jumps. It'd take us 20 days to get there. What about here? 2? Here's 1 skull. Also, I should pay mind to this. So we got a travel hub, a black market, so that might get us some things that we want in the store. We also have travel hub here as well. So yeah, this might be a good location for us in the future, as long as that difficulty is the same. Got 1.5 skull. That's probably within the realm of possibility. But so far, looking around, I'm going to say it's probably this place is going to be the most likely, also because these 2 things. What about over here in Capellan space? So far, a little bit on the difficult side is what I'm seeing. Yeah, alright, that's not too surprising. Herodotus here looks like a decent place to go. 16 days. I don't know what the travel distance from here to here would be, but that might be our next location. So we have what active factions? Actually a fair number of active factions in this location, including the pirates, which at this point probably don't like me. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at that. Reputation. So yeah, the pirates really don't like me. That's not surprising. The Helens don't like me anymore. I've been doing missions for them. I'm a little bit surprised at that. I mean, they're better than the -10. I've done at least 2 missions for them. Well, we'll keep an eye on this. Maybe it doesn't change a full point with each mission. Maybe it takes a bit of time. That could very well be the case. All right, well, I think, yeah, looking at things, 16 days, we would get all 3 of these things done. That would give us 3 mechs, give us 1 in reserve, and then we continue to work on the Panther. I think that's probably a good call. Now, the Panther, I may want to change its loadout again. Although its loadout's not terrible, it's just not very maneuverable because it doesn't have jump jets. But it does have the other M10, so it may not matter as much. Alright, well, either way, let's go ahead and travel. I think that's the right call. We already got that locked in. Travel. Oh, before I do that, we have had some time pass. Let's just check the store real quick. Maybe it didn't restock, but I just want to be sure of that. Yeah, so an AC2, an SRM2, and yeah, I think the other things here, they're going to be so common. Like, the only thing here that I may actually want to pick up is a flamer, because these are not necessarily super common. But nah, I'm not going to go out of my way. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do that travel. Okay, so travel. Unfortunately, we are having to pay for this, but it's not that much.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Okay, off we go. Now, once this finishes, we're going to want to like pause and do some more work. We haven't had any little events happen yet. I would like to get more mech bays up, because just having one I don't think is enough. I feel like they've changed some of these cinematics.
Hey boss, we've just completed those upgrades.
Okay, let's take a look at the ship upgrade screen. We still have 20 days for our next financial report, and we have, well, we'll be able to afford that, not too much problems. So, now that we've gotten that power system up, we could get that second mech bay. How much is it going to cost me, though? 900,000, which would give me only 400,000 to work with. That's a little dicey. Not sure I like that. I could start working on the structure. That one's fairly cheap, 15 days. I mean, having the option to be able to do this, I think, is good. Training module, actually, this is would be a really good idea to do. Because at this moment, we don't really have that experience of pilots. And I think we would benefit from this quite a bit. The earlier we get it, the better. And then this way we could keep rolling with our most experienced pilots, and the ones we leave behind will still get experience. So this is probably a good idea. So yeah, let's do this one, especially as it's cheap.
Sure thing. It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
Okay, now that we've done that, let's continue. The commando should get done pretty soon. And then we've got a few more days, and we'll be at our location. I definitely feel like they've added more cutscenes. Alright, let's go to the store first. See what we got. So again, a blackjack. We have an AC-20. That does sound tempting. An LRM-5, LRM-20. We've got medium lasers, small laser, heatsink, jump jets, the standard jump jet, so that actually is good. And then just various ammo types. Okay. The LRM-20 is really tempting to pick up. At this stage, I don't know who we'd give it to. Now, as far as mechs that we would want to modify, one of the mechs that's pretty high on my list of something that we would want to modify is actually the Vindicator, because I'm not a big fan of its default loadout. I really think that swapping out the PPC with that large laser we removed from the Commando would be an amazing idea, but at the moment we just can't afford to take it out of commission because we don't have enough backup mechs. That's why having a second bay would be amazing. Granted, I don't have anything to put in it, but it allows you to make changes to mechs more easily because you have backups. Like at the moment, we're in kind of a holding pattern where
Ready for receipt. What do you need? Command. Waiting for
if we take damage on a mech, it's possible we are not going to be able to do more missions. Now, one thing somebody in the comments mentioned is I should probably take a look at the records of all of my pilots because they were randomized. So let's see, we've got Davian Poor, entry-level corporate. Okay, good to know. Now, mostly what this is going to affect, I think, is the various events that may come up. I don't think it really affects their stats necessarily, but they do have attributes. Yeah, and again, I think this stuff mostly just comes up through events. Let's see what else we got here. Service record, so cautious, periphery, and then just a periphery commoner. We know what mine is because I set myself up. Okay, cautious periphery, and again periphery commoner, and then scarecrow. We know because we hired them, but we don't know these things. Capellan, Comstar, Intersphere, Klutz, technician. So again, I think this kind of stuff that it comes up in an event.
Aye, aye.
And then we've got you, a criminal, merchant, naive, periphery, and a spacer. Okay, and you're a periphery commoner, merchant ship crew, and pirate crew. So you've had a few jobs before being a mech pilot. Okay, I think as far as experience goes, for sure, Scarecrow. is going to take the sensor lock ability, something I've been waiting for him to pick up. That does mean I'm not giving him gunnery skill, which I thought I meant to do. Oh well. I probably decided to wait, because I knew another mission would get him this ability, and it's very important for him to have it. So, yeah, we're definitely getting that, because I really think scouts in the early game are important. So, yeah, definitely he's our scout.
Ready for orders.
I still haven't really decided what I want to do with my pilot, but at this point I do have a decision to make. And I think the safest decision to make here is the multi-target ability, because this is just a generally good ability. And then while I'm at it, I'm just going to upgrade my tactics as well. So there we go. Multi-target. So confirm. And hopefully I don't regret that too much. I mean, a lot of it comes down to what kind of mechs are we going to get. Because as much as I may go, oh, well, I'll set myself up to be running guns. So far, I'm not sure if that's the direction we're going to go in. With that Panther, we're not going to be able to run and gun. 3 out of the 6 mechs that we have would not be good for that. And I don't think that the Spider does enough damage to really do that. Speaking of the Spider, what are my prospects for upgrading this thing? We could do 2 support weapon slots, but I probably have to rip out jump jets to get that to happen. And even then, that's not really that great a firepower. I would take a Locust over a Spider, just because I think you can load out a Locust to have more firepower. And have better armor as well. I mean, you lose out on the jump jets, but that's fine. Alright, well, let's take a look at the contracts. Hopefully they're not something... we have a number of them. They're good. Difficulty should only be 1 here. Takes a little bit of time for that to load in. Okay, so we've got 3 half-skull missions and 1.5 skull mission. We do have a pirate mission. And as long as it is attacking Capellans. That sucks. Looks like a number of these are going to be against Capellans. So all that work we did to get our reputation up with Capellans may be undone here. Although we could get the pirates to like me again by doing a mission with them. Alright, well, it looks like we've got a wide variety of biomes, and the jungle biome is one of the new ones for, I'm assuming the DLC, but it might have been the update as well. So it often has climate similar or more extreme than tropical regions of Terra. Lush plant life and varied fauna are often trademarks, along with hotter than comfortable temperatures for the average human. So we're going to expect to have to deal with heat issues. Okay. Then Badlands, and then Polar, Jungle, Tundra. Okay. Well, of these, the 2 that, well, of the half-skull missions, the highest paying one is this one. What is it? The Defend Base. That sounds like it'd be a nice, easy job. Pays well, very good salvage. Who are we against? There's a small local government base on Herodotus that has been attacked by raiders. Could be against pirates, we'll find out. The latest attack was far better organized and equipped than the previous ones, suggesting the raiders are receiving logistical and tactical support from a hostile power. Okay, who knows who it is then? We might not be able to withstand a second attack of that scale. We'd like to hire you to provide additional defensive support. Okay, well, careful, if there is a second attack, the raiders will go out. Well, it's a half-skull mission. How far out are they going to go? And honestly, sometimes with this game, you can be surprised. So it is against the pirates. Alright. I'm assuming if they don't like me enough, that one mission that they are offering me will go away. I would rather the pirates hate me, because they're probably going to be a common enemy, than the Capellans, because so far we've been working to try and get a relationship with them. Still, I think salvage is more important than money at the moment. So I'm going to go 50-50 here so that we get more we get decent salvage. All right, let's go ahead and accept. Because this seems like a decent enough mission. So we've got the Commando, which has been refitted. We've got the Jenner, the Panther, and the Vindicator. And the other Panther's still being worked on, so we're going to have to wait on that. All right, so because we're going to be working on getting that that training equipment, these two should just stay in reserve from here on out, and we'll go with this group. I should reorder these pilots though. Kind of realize that mistake, so we'll make sure that the faster mechs are at the end over here, and the slower mechs are over here. So when we go through the natural order, it's always going to select these ones first. Okay, that's all set up. Let's go ahead and hit deploy. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Looks like the locals' intel was right. Picking up pirate comm chatter from this area. Guessing they're the ones backing these raiders. This could get ugly, Commander. Priority 1 is to keep them away from the base. Oliveira, out.
Should have brought my winter coat.
Okay. Oh, well, it gave us a hint that there are going to be a couple light mechs there. Looked like a Jenner, and I missed what the other one was. Alright, let's take a look at our objectives. Hold out for reinforcements, 10 rounds. Defend local government base. Ensure all buildings survive. Destroy enemy vanguard. Well, I think getting into the woods here would probably give me a good line of sight of what's going on. And would get me into cover, but can we jump there and get even better off? Jumping there would make sense, because we'd also get the brace advantage on top of the cover.
Acknowledged.
Okay. Same thing is true of the Panther. Can't really jump up here. I might be able to jump on top of this building, like. It wouldn't put me in a position of cover, but it'd give me maybe good firing lines. I think this is not a bad spot, though. Let's go with that. Again, we would get good defense. Okay, so now that we're up here, there could be enemies from alternate angles, but we'd have to think about that. So we've got a mountain range here. It's going to make it difficult for enemy to come from here. The map is... This is an end corner. So in theory, the AI could spawn in over here. So that is a thought. And we've got this area up here, and then we've got a corner up there. I'm going to just assume they're going to come from down here, though. And we've got the mobility, though, with the Jenner to get up and down. So I'm not too overly worried about it. I guess we'll just jump in there. Again, good defensive spot. How do we get down from here? Looks like we'd have to go this way. Maybe down this way? Yeah, it looks like this gently comes down to over here. Let's get another angle at that. Yeah, it looks like that's a ramp. So if we were to go down this way, that'd be the way we do it. I'm going to stay in behind this building because I'm going to assume it's going to block line of sight so we don't get hit.
Acknowledged.
It's the same evasion bonus either way, so it's better to not get hit than to have the opportunity of getting hit. Okay.
I've got something.
Expect to see line of sight as fire starter. I don't know who's going to get the initiative here. Well, I guess we'll find out. So, 3 mechs that we know about. Alright, looks like I'm getting the first action. We do that first action because I've got max evasion and cover that I'm gonna get. Like, it cannot get better defensively speaking. So really, honestly, the wise move here is to reserve. If they get in behind me, that will be a problem, and maybe in theory with the Jenner they could do so. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna be able to murder the crap out of that fire starter. Matter of fact, I may not even bother. Okay, it's a Locust 1M. Expect some missile fire here. Yeah, I could just go in and punch with as high of evasion as they have. Now the Jenner is the easiest target here because it didn't move as far. Let's take a look at what I think Gnarly can do.
Aye.
So, bad shot, alright shot, bad shot. I think we'll want to keep moving. I may be lowering my chance to hit here by moving. I may have moved out of range. Let's move slightly differently. Let's move... See, that's even worse. That's better. So we get our evasion bonus continuing. We get to fire some here. Okay. Again, the Jenner is the wise one to fire at. Unless, of course, we want to burn down evasion. As a matter of fact, maybe I should have gone first because I could have burned down evasion with all three of these guys. But it's a little late now. Go ahead and fire on the Jenner.
Copy that.
Ah, we missed with the good damage. Okay, so as I just discussed, that is actually the best move I could have done, which would be to fire on all three of them with multi-target, because I forgot I picked that up. So that is what we're going to do. All right, what are my chances to hit? Yeah, so multi-target. You're going to be A. You're going to be B. You are be C. And C is going to be 2 lasers. We'll make these C. So A and B are 55%, and then C is going to be 85%. Okay, fire. That's why multi-target is so important, because it allows you to burn through evasion pretty easily if you have like a lot of medium lasers or something like that. It's a good weapon to sling out for a multi-target for that purpose. Okay.
Yep.
What is your chance of punching? 85%? That's the only one you can punch. Okay, let's switch to Scarecrow instead.
Yes, boss.
Your chance doing much of anything. If I move up there, we cannot see them. Which is a thing. That's the case. And what would we get? Oh, the chance to hit the Jenner is exactly the same as the Firestarter. Well, in that case, then I'll fire at the Firestarter, because I find that to be the more problematic opponent.
Got it.
In theory, the Jenner is a dangerous opponent as well. I may change my opinion based off of whether we have... Yeah, I think the Firestarter is the right call.
Roger.
I should have focused my damage a little bit more than I did. But now, Truck, maybe we'll have a better chance to hit here. No, it's the same chance. I still think this is the best move, though, for us. We come in, we attack, we get the small laser and the melee attack. We might be able to seriously damage the Firestarter here.
Moving to position. Putting my weight into it.
Okay. There we go. We just clipped off a good chunk of the firepower
Nice. Got past the armor.
with that hit. It may also incentivize the Firestarter to move because we made him unsteady. The AI usually responds in that way. So what that means is that we can unload on the Jenner now. Okay. Commando comes in and just unloads on the Jenner, I think, is the right move. It's going to be a toss-up on who can do more damage, me or the Commando. And I'd like to get the Commando into cover. As a matter of fact, that's a good move there. Because it's going to have the weakest armor of all of the mechs that we have out here right now. So it having damage reduction, pretty important. If we hit any of the arms, that would be great. You know what? This is an important enough attack. I'm going to go with a precision strike. And I am going to go after the right torso in hopes that we take the arm along with it. Is there anything in that torso section? Yeah, ammo, so... let's fire. And even if I don't get the damage I was looking for, we just reduce its initiative, so it cannot move. So we're going to be able to take advantage of it. And the Locust is probably the least threatening thing that is attacking us. Especially at that range, its missiles are not effective. Okay. I could get a back shot on this guy, but it actually wouldn't necessarily be a good idea. So, where's the Panther?
Standing by.
All right. Attacking here and attacking here is pretty much the same as far as cover goes. So it makes a lot of sense to just hit the Jenner because it's the easiest target right now.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Alright, that was the damage I wanted earlier. So that's going to clip off a good chunk of the firepower of that Jenner. And now I can take advantage of the mech. Because we already did damage to it from that side. If I attack it again from the same side, and I focus in that firepower, it should just straight up kill it. So, a little bit of a risk that I'm moving out my Jenner, but I'm moving up in the face of the Locust, so the Locust would have to move away from me to get any kind of accurate shots, except for that one medium laser. And we also know that we have decent armor anyway, so we could take a little bit of a chance like this.
All weapons committed.
I expect that leg to go out, and it's dead. So, that's one of the things that's really important when you're engaging a mech, is if you've already taken out systems on one side, if you continue to attack on that side, you're going to funnel in that damage to the center torso and eventually kill it. So it's pretty important to do that. Again, with the situation we have, I think punching is really the best option we have open to us. And punching a Locust 1M, if we hit, this will be devastating. So let's go in for the attack.
On it.
Goes its arm. We get a laser in here too. We actually may kill it. There we go. Bye-bye, Locust.
Target destroyed.
So we only have...
Commander, you've got hostile contacts.
Okay, I expected maybe reinforcements in that direction. We are going to have to reroute some units here. Maybe an attack on my... Who's he going to attack? Yeah, the Vindicator. That's not too surprising. Ooh, head hit. Alright, so our backup pilots will be important here. We've got 2 backup pilots though, so it's not that big of a deal. This is going to be a situation where I take Scarecrow.
Receiving you.
And I move away. Because we do need to respond to the spawn-in, which I believe was over here. As long as I keep this person within sensor range, I can sensor lock them, which will make my other mechs have an easier time hitting them. So that's what we're going to do. One of the reasons why the sensor lock ability can be very valuable to you, because you can still get value in a turn where you do not have line of sight. So we use that ability, which will lower... We already have the vision. So the important thing is here we're burning through two evasion. I think, right? Yeah, 2 of its evasions, and the target also gains +2 sensors impaired effect. That's new. I just now realized that's a new ability. I'm assuming that's a negative attack modifier. So they've made sensor lock even better, which is good because I think it's a very valuable ability, and I think an emphasis on scouting is something this game has always needed.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so in this regard, I'm going to start moving that direction, but I would like to fire on the fire starter. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a move like that. Just bare minimum, get it in a firing arc. And then we'll try and Not an enemy in the way, no. I was just seeing what was blocking my... It's real danger if that blocked line of sight is due to another mech, that you'll accidentally hit that other mech. So if it's a friendly, you always need to check on that. If it's an enemy, you don't care, because if it's a missed shot, then it's still hitting something you're wanting to shoot at. We could turn off the SRM-4, but sure, we'll go for it. Okay, that's a good hit. So that's a double negative on the sensors impaired, unless they don't stack. We'll take a look at that. So I'm going to right click on the fire starter, sensors impaired, +3 difficulty. So I'm assuming +2 because of the sensor lock and +1 because of the PPC strike. That would be my guess. Okay, now my pilot, I'm going to do a very similar thing here. I'm just going to move away, but then I'm going to fire upon the fire starter as I pass. I could jump away to get more distance, but I don't want to build up my heat too much. In this environment, heat isn't as big of a problem for a Jenner, but it is still going to be a slight concern. Good chance we were going to kill him there, and we did get the kill. And even if we didn't, we took out his last arm, and fire starters are very... their weapons are very much in their arms, so... It's always a good strategy to go after the side angles if you can, because you're going to be going specifically after those arms. Maybe I could go further with the jump. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that much better. Yeah, we'll just start heading over to where we know the enemy came in. They may be able to hit some of these buildings. If they're clear over here, it'll take them at least a turn. We've got 6 rounds to go in this combat. I don't expect to get sensor contact with them this turn, but you never know. Ah, there we are.
Show me your war face.
Okay. Well, it does make sense to reserve here. They will get some hits on the buildings that we cannot prevent. But these are new, fresh buildings. The damage they've done is over here, so let's reserve.
Holding for the right opportunity.
Oh, there's another enemy over here. Okay. Didn't expect to see that enemy, so... I'm going to guess that's a Jenner because of the firepower we just saw. 4 medium lasers and an SRM. That's definitely the hallmark of a Jenner. Really sure what that is. Is that a commando? 2D? There's a lot of missiles, so I would guess that's a 2D. Alright, so I need to route at least one mech over to deal with this guy, if not more than that. This guy's going to be difficult to deal with because of where he is. Okay, well, let's just start with my mech. Let's jump. Can I get up there? This is the only spot I can move to. Okay, we'll jump up. Sadly, this will heat me up, but this is the only way I'm going to get up there, because I don't think I can walk up that ridge. I think I'm going to get stopped. I could still get the vision, but I think it's partially blocked vision. Yeah, it is, so it's not going to be a good shot. So getting up close. We'll have to see how the heat is going to be. Okay. Are we seeing any other contacts over here? Doesn't look... Yeah, we got one right there. Okay. So there may be another 3 mechs, maybe even 4. Yeah, we are going to overheat by a significant margin. So this is just a burn through evasion.
Engaging target.
Oh, when we missed, unfortunately. I may not be able to prevent them
No damage detected.
from damaging one of the buildings. It's usually a pretty hard task. There is one medium mech. Couldn't tell you if that's it, because we don't have enough info. Could be over there. And it could be a vehicle as well, saying it's a mech. That I have no guarantee of that. Well, now we have a dilemma. Do we try and counter this guy? Because I honestly don't know if I can.
Good.
Let's see what Gnarly can do. I could get a sensor lock on him, but it doesn't do me much good if I can't get a contact on him. Alternatively, where's my sensors? They're out there. Alternatively, we move up, we sensor lock the Jenner to burn through the last of its evasion, and then we just go up this ramp. We have to remember the commander does not have jump jets, and unfortunately this is a map where we really kind of need them. So we're just going to have to ignore this commando up here for now. But I don't think we have much other choice. And without many LRMs, it's a little difficult to do a whole lot about that guy with all the terrain that's in the way. Oh, we got another medium contact. I would really hope that those are vehicles and not mechs. So, if I move too close, I lose a line of sight. The only thing I'm going to be able to hit here with is an LRM-5, which is the reason why I did not. It's a blocked line of sight on top of that. What is our chance to hit? 70 and 65. That's actually not bad. I think I'll take it. And then I'll use my precision strike here to lower his initiative and make this chance even greater. It does slow us down a bit to dealing with the enemy, but I don't think we have much choice here. So, precision strike. What to go after? I want to go after something we have a realistic chance of chopping off, so like an arm. That will lower its damage. Yeah, let's do that. Roger. If we land on the arm... the PPC, the thing that we needed to hit, fortunately missed. Commander? We still get to lower the initiative. If I move there, I can shoot. See what other shot possibilities I have. I have one if I go here. I'll take that shot. Yeah, we're just going to respond to the Jenner because at the moment I just can't get to that commando. I don't have the maneuverability nor the kind of weapons that we need. 60%, that's not too bad. We could do another precision strike, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do.
Firing on target.
Okay, we landed. Wow, alright. So there's a lot of enemy contacts here. This is going to be a tough mission. Tougher than that half skull would indicate, in my opinion. So this is definitely a level 3 contact, I would imagine. I'm trying to see the chevrons. I guess we just don't have the intel. Well, we get that intel here in a second if I move forward. You lose the line of sight, though, on the Jenner. I feel like we don't really have a choice. I have to come up here and figure out what this other thing is. We've kind of already committed to it. This may not have been the right direction to commit to, though. It's a Panther. Okay. Well, we'll fire what we can at it. Yeah, we'll fire 3 medium lasers. It hasn't gone yet. I could precision strike it, but I don't think that would do me much good. That was a lot of missing. To no avail because it didn't even have any evasion.
No damage detected.
Thankfully it missed. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
Awaiting orders.
I think jumping we have to do so we can get closer here. We could get a good shot on this Jenner, so I really think we should do the full jump up here. Yeah, it's going to definitely be a better shot than that. Not by a huge amount, but it's something. And I think a precision strike here makes a lot of sense. We want to knock that guy down even further in initiative if we can. Okay, precision strike. Let's go after the left torso here, because we might be able to clip the arm off.
Firing a full salvo.
Please hit, PPC. Okay, we did take the torso section off, which is what I was looking for.
Take that.
Okay. Alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead and put a cut in the video here, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.